Hi everybody, this is Stephen Pugh of the Home Bible College and the Donington Wood Baptist Church. On this Pastors Course today, video number 30, we're going to be talking about a very simple thing. It's under the letter E. It is keeping contact with schools and colleges in your area. Keeping contact with one of my friends, great man, in the next village. He would go around to the school regularly and conduct services. He would conduct school services, because in England most schools will have a school service, an act of worship, and he would go around and he would tell them a story, and that brought him into contact with a lot of young people. One of the great sources of people, especially young people, is school and college. Children and young people are the lifeblood of the church, and they making contact and keeping contact is so important. That is, if it can be done. A great number of pastors credit this as one of the most important things they do. So how would anyone make contact with a school or college? Well, that's a very interesting question. It's something to pray about. It means being willing to put yourself forward a little, and most schools are quite willing to allow someone that really understands what he is doing to lead the school assemblies. Often they're rather glad to have the help, also being available sometimes to attend meetings and to help with a PTA group or even as governors of a school. This has the effect of bringing yourself and the church right into the heart of a school, and it brings the pastor into contact with hundreds of children. Okay, the same thing is true for colleges. In colleges today, there's a great need for spiritual input. There might be a Christian Union class to help with, and this brings a pastor into contact with lots of young, bright, young people. Of course, it's a great responsibility, and one would need the guidance of the Lord as to how to proceed, but it could turn out to be a huge blessing, and it opens the door to great opportunities. In Luke chapter 4, verse 2, Luke 2, verse 46 and 47, it says, "After 3 days, they found him in the temple courts, sitting among the teachers, listening to them and asking them questions. Everyone who heard him was amazed at his understanding and his answers." There are people that need to be amazed by you. You know lots of things, but you need to get out and put yourself in front of these people and be able to share the things that you know with these people. And then in Acts chapter 19, verse 8 to 10, it says, Paul entered the synagogue and spoke boldly for 3 months, arguing persuasively about the kingdom of God. But some of them became obstinate. They refused to believe and publicly maligned the way. So Paul left them. He took the disciples with him and had discussions daily in the lecture hall of Tyrannus. This went on for 2 years, so that all the Jews and Greeks who lived in the province of Asia heard the word of the Lord. So Paul first of all went to the religious church, religious body, the synagogue, but then when they turned away from what he had to say, he said, that's okay. So he went next door where there was a public lecture hall, and he gathered those people who were interested, and for 2 years he gave daily lectures. Isn't that a great thing? Paul was adaptable, you see. He always was willing to engage with people. So this is the question now. In what way did Christ engage with the school in the temple? Okay, I'll go back to that passage and have a look. What schools or colleges do you have near your church or near your town or in your town? Do you have any contact yet with any schools or colleges? Maybe yes or no. Do you know anyone in any of these institutions? Do you know anybody in the institutions? Could you get the church to pray for you to make contact with schools and colleges? And lastly, what do you think that you would be able to do? Okay, because of course you only have limited energy and strength and resources. The question is this: in those schools, what could you do? Could you give a talk on an assembly once a week and come back week after week after week? Could you go into a college and help to assist in their Christian Union class? Could you be involved in the pastoral work of that college? Because they call it pastoral work now, where people are specifically designated to be the people that look after people. Could you be involved in that group? There we are. There's an awful lot to think about. And I hope that these videos are opening your mind to a great deal of interesting fields of pastoral work. There we are. Look forward to catching up with you next time. Have a great day. Bye for now.